Hi, my name is Maria Laura. I want to start creating content. I think that I have something to offer to this world. I have a lot of insight and a lot of wisdom and creativity and energy. My energy is pure, it's magnetic, it's radiant. Think that people can benefit from that. My entire life I have grown up and I've watched YouTubers. I've gotten so inspired by their lifestyle and the way they present themselves. I take their ideas and I apply them to my life. I want to become that person for people. I am at a place in my life now where I want to share and I want to create differently, and I feel inspired. I have this calling, I have this knowing about myself that there is something special in me. I feel like the world needs right now. It's January 2026. This calling is getting louder and louder to the point where I can't ignore it anymore. One day, maybe 10 years from now, I will look back and be like, damn, I should have listened to this. I should have went for it. I don't want to regret it. I don't want to regret not taking a chance. I think that's the biggest fear, and I'm already starting to feel it. I'm 25. I've been wanting to do this for years now, and the fact that I still haven't, it's like, why? And I know why. It's because I've been focused on something else, but that something else isn't the only thing that I have. I have so much more to offer to this world. I am in my apartment in LA, and the fact that I'm living in LA. I manifested this. Look at this. You see that? That's my vision board for 2026. I've been making a vision board for the past maybe 4 years now. Ever since I watched this one YouTuber, she lived in LA and I just loved her lifestyle. Just loved it. I loved how she went to Soul Cycle, and I loved the city. And then when I came here at 15 years old, in down Santa Monica, and I fell in love. I fell in love with LA. I fell in love with LA. I didn't know anything about money back then. I didn't know what was expensive, what wasn't. I just came here to visit my aunt, and we were in the car, and my mom, she was listening to me, and I told her, I want to live here. Her and my brother heard me. I said, I want to live here. My brother said, then do it. My mom did too. She's like, you can do it if you want to. I was 15. What would my ass be doing here in LA at 15 years old? That idea seemed so far-fetched to me. It clicked in my brain. Like, oh wait, I can live here if I wanted to. What's stopping me? Time? Finishing school? Like, alright, let me finish high school. I did, and then I went to college in Florida. I was raised in Florida, in Orlando to be specific. And once I was done, I'm like, I'm gonna go after what I want. I'm getting my master's now. But I am getting my master's in LA. Figured it's either now or never. I mean, I'm in my mid-20s. If I'm ever gonna live in LA, what better time to do it than in my mid-20s? I'm doing this to document my life and to be able to look back to this and realize how far I've come. I've already come so far. I mean, the fact that I'm here speaks volumes. Yeah, my brother and my mom said, do it, just if you want to. And then that seed was planted in my mind. I didn't think it would stay in there, and I didn't think it would grow, but I was watering it subconsciously until I said, well, it's time now. I remember also when I was a senior in high school. I was not a good student. I wasn't terrible either. I think I got like 1C. Mostly A's and B's. I just finished school because I didn't want to disappoint my parents. My parents were not born here. They were born in Peru. I was born in Peru also. And we moved to Florida when I was 5 years old. You can only imagine how difficult that was for me. I realized how much they sacrificed. They had to say goodbye to their families, their culture and their language and their careers. Nothing that you do outside of this country, whether it's work or study, gets transferred here. You start from zero. Like, I can't just not graduate high school. Like, I must at least graduate high school. I stayed in school. I was so close to dropping out, like you don't even understand. And then I realized, well, I don't have a plan B. So what do? I go to community college. That was my plan. But even before then, I was talking to a couple of friends when I was a senior, and it was college day where people would wear their merch from the colleges that they want to go to or that they're a fan of. And I didn't wear anything because I didn't want to go to college in the first place. It also stemmed from the feeling of not being capable. I didn't feel capable. I didn't see myself going to school. I saw myself being successful. I still see myself being successful, and I am successful. Back then, I didn't know where my success would come from. I just knew I was gonna be big in life. I always had this innate feeling that I am special and that I'm going to achieve special things in life. But I didn't think school was my path. So I didn't wear anything for college. My friends were talking about how they wanted to go to FSU and UF and all of these huge colleges. They asked me, where do you want to go? I'm like, wow, I'm being put in the spot right now. I gotta think of something. I knew I didn't want to stay in Florida, that's for sure. And I knew that I always wanted to live in California. Even back then. I still want to go. I still want to pursue that. I don't know why it's calling me. I don't know why. It's just calling me. I asked myself, if I could dream the biggest and achieve anything I wanted to achieve, knowing that I wouldn't fail, where would I go? If I knew I couldn't fail, where do I envision myself being? If I could dream the biggest, what would I say? Just say it. Without putting any obstacles, any barriers. Where do you want to be? And you know what I said? I said UCLA. Yeah. I said UCLA. I didn't know it back then, but I've been manifesting it. I didn't think I would ever go. It was a dream. It was so far-fetched. The idea was so far-fetched to me that it's like saying, I want to be an astronaut. I want to touch a star. My friend said, wow, that's a big school. And I said, yeah. Guess where I'm at now? I just finished my first quarter at UCLA. I have pictures of my family and of myself. The reason why I have a picture of myself is because whenever I want to talk to myself, I gotta be very careful with what I'm saying, because whatever I'm saying, I'm also saying it to her. So I gotta be nice. And I don't want to let her down. I don't want to let my family down. UCLA is hard. I'm in the Masters of Architecture. That is not for the weak. I'm not gonna lie, I was super close to quitting and dropping out, but I'm too deep into it. And the reason why I wanted to drop out is not because it's too hard, but it's taking a big part of my life away that I wasn't prepared to let go of. I know that work-life balance, it's important, but how can you balance work and life when the only thing you have is work? You know? That's my life. When I'm in school, that's everything that I focus on. And that's why I'm a bit hesitant in truly believing that I can achieve all of these things that I want to achieve. You see, there's roller skating, and then there's becoming an influencer, and then there's finding a job to be able to afford Coachella and EDC in Las Vegas and going to raves and then balancing a relationship on top of that? Am I able to do all that while getting my master's in architecture? I don't know. But you know what? I'm delusional. And up there I put, you have to be delusional by believing passionately about something that still doesn't exist. We create it. We have to believe in something that doesn't exist yet. That's what being delusional is about, and that is how you manifest things. This is about manifesting. I'm not where I want to be in life just yet, but I am damn closer than I was yesterday. And every day I get closer to that dream. That light right there says dream big, and that is something that my high school band professor would always remind us of. To always dream big. It's been my North Star. It's what got me through 4 years of architecture school at the University of Florida, and it is what's getting me through now at the University of California in Los Angeles. I want to be able to look back at this video to remind myself that I can't give up on me. Maybe future me, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, will look back at this video and keep working hard to satisfy me today. I'm dreaming so big. I'm being delusional. I'm manifesting. I'm putting in the work. I'm working hard. I want to be reminded of that, to not give up. You shouldn't give up. I've gotten this far by being delusional. I can get way farther by being delusional. If you're still here, it means that you are aligned with what I am saying and you're somewhat resonating. I hope that you're inspired, at least gain some insight and maybe a new perspective, maybe a paradigm shift as to what manifestation is. And maybe you can grow with me.